Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. Today, it is a review of Evil Dead Rise, and of course, it is me, the nerd Chicano, Raul and Mendoza here to host the show, along with my wonderful co-host, Luis. We're going to be talking about a spooky little film called Evil Dead Rise and what happens when you get tired of those titty sucking leeches called kids.
Wow, that's
That was
actually a
an actual
tagline?
that was a line in the freaking movie. It was
Oh, was
you,
it? I didn't
you
catch it
titty
then.
sucking leeches.
I think I heard the leeches part, but I didn't think I don't think I heard the titty sucking.
Titty sucking. What's up, please?
What up, dog? That's
Yeah.
wild. I guess I
Yeah.
figured based on the dialogue choices that they had in this film, but we'll talk
I
about
mean
that
it's
in a
very
minute.
on par. It's very on par with the other movies.
That's
That
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't they yeah.
I
You
haven't
guys
seen the others,
forget
but yeah, it's yeah. I've seen enough clips.
Sam Raimi writes how he writes, so I'm pretty sure Lee Cronin decided, hey, I want to take a little bit from Sam Raimi here. But yeah, titty sucking leeches. Yeah. But Luis and I just got done with our review of Guardians 3, so
Yep.
I don't have shit to say about how I'm doing. Because we already expected it. We
Oh,
already
yep.
said it in Guardians 3. So I'll just say, I hope you all have been enjoying the stuff. Don't forget that if you would like to get exclusive early access to this episode early, you can go and check us out on patreon.com/the nerdcore. And for $1, you can get this episode a day early or a couple days early, depending on when we record it. So thank you. And of course, just want to give a quick shout out to Luis. Thank you, Luis, for holding down the fort with me while Brad has been away. So,
Yeah.
we've been
It's
able
been a
to,
while, man. How long
yeah.
is it? Like 2 months, 3 months?
No, 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 ni te hagas, güey. Like, it's been like a
Is my
week.
memory is my brain
Yeah,
just
remember's
merging
just bad.
everything?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
fair
remember's
enough.
just bad.
Yeah.
Like we did a review like before he left, but oh no, we didn't because my internet was bad. That's right, my
Mhm,
internet
mhm.
was down. So yeah, Brad's coming back, so it won't be Luis all the time, but still we'll be on our on our new release game here.
Yeah,
But
yeah, since
the
we
good thing
be
is
going.
that we watch
Mhm.
a lot of movies at the movie theater, so we have stuff to
Yeah.
talk about.
The good thing is there's a lot of good releases at the movie
Yeah,
theaters.
damn straight, damn straight.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Otherwise, we probably don't wouldn't go as much.
Yeah, yeah. It just you guys remember, what's called. You just have to wait until we do our review of Big George Foreman.
Oh God, I'm debating whether or not to continue like seeing that movie after the
Uh,
Creed high wore off.
yeah, and I'll say this before we get into this. The only
Yeah.
reason that movie is what's it called? Title. So like the movie's title, Big George Foreman, the miraculous story of the once and future heavyweight champion of the world. Right.
Hmm.
This movie's happening literally because George Foreman is coming back to the ring.
Oh, really?
That's the only reason this movie was released, to build hype for his return to
Wow.
the ring. That's why it's
Who's he
called the
fighting?
once and future. I don't know who is
Oh,
fighting.
so he's getting antsy. Or it's like, oh, he coming back and
Yeah,
he bring coming for the title again. I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's a
I
good
don't know
question
who
on
he's
who's
fighting.
fighting. Is he fighting Mike Tyson? Because I feel like that's the only contender that.
Uh, if he
Because
wants
if
to
he
be the
fighting a
heavyweight
youngin,
champ, if he wants to be heavyweight champ, he has to go through Canelo because that's who has the
that's
belt.
his the current one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a youngin though. Even though like technically Canelo's still pretty old now for this type of game,
You
that's
gonna
still a
whoop his
youngin.
ass. You gonna whoop his ass, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The colonizer blood and Canelo be taking over in the ring. Shit, shit. The Mexican fire, feeling that colonizing spirit. It's like
Yeah,
shit. Um, but damn, that's crazy. That's some
yeah,
money that you have to have in order to make a movie solely because it's essentially a big ass promotion. That's like a
yeah.
big tax deductible.
Like he's making his promo package. This is basically his
Yeah,
promo package.
this is gonna be his ESPN story cover for
Oh my
the thing.
god.
That's funny. Damn,
But
bro.
yeah, I believe he's coming back, and yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know what the hell's going on with
we'll
that,
see
but
it on TikTok. I'll say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, watch on TikTok. But yes, the reason why Big George Foreman, the miraculous story, the once and future heavyweight champion of the world, is out there is because George Foreman is making a return to the ring, and this movie is to build his hype for it. So do
That's
with
wild.
that what you will. But if you guys have not watched Evil Dead Rise, then you want to get out of here. I can't say that if you haven't seen the other Evil Dead movies, because this isn't really like contingent on any of them. It's kind of just like its own thing that's trying to start a new universe of Evil Dead films. So, if you've never seen any of the Evil Dead films and this is the only one you've seen, then you're still in the
Pretty
clear.
good start. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still in the
Okay.
clear. So,
Okay.
but if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen Evil Dead Rising, you go ahead and get out of here. Either way, how you goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. All right, let's go ahead and read from this, and then we'll go ahead and go into the review.
Mhm.
Evil Dead Rise is a 2023 American supernatural horror film written and directed by Lee Cronin. It is the fifth installment in the Evil Dead film series. The film stars Lily Sullivan and Alyssa Sutherland as two estranged sisters trying to survive and save their family from de- Deadites.
Oh,
Morgan
okay.
Davies, Gabrielle Eccles, and Nell Fisher in her film debut appear in supporting roles. The film's development was preceded by scrap plans for direct sequels to Evil Dead 2013 and Army of Darkness 1992, and a fourth season of Ash vs. Evil Dead that concluded in 2018. By October 2019, Sam Raimi announced that a new film was in development with Rob Tapper producing, Raimi and Bruce Campbell executive producing, and Cronin writing and directing the project. New Line Cinema, the first film's distributor, was announced as a production company involved. Principal photography took place in New Zealand from June to October 2021. The film was originally set to premiere on the streaming service HBO Max, but distributor Warner Bros. Pictures eventually opted to release the film theatrically after positive test screenings. Evil Dead had its premiere at South by Southwest on March 15, 2023, and was released in the United States on April 21st by Warner Bros. Pictures. The film received generally positive reviews from critics and has grossed 115 million worldwide against a production budget of 15 to 19 million. Yeah, they made a good decision sending this to the theater, making it the highest grossing film in the series. Yeah. Cinematography is done by Dave Garbett and edited by Brian Shaw. Music is done by Stephen McCann, and it is an hour and 37 minutes. And of course, yeah, 15 to 19 million dollars is the budget, and it so far has made 115.3 million. So this is a freaking success, y'all. So well, they did a damn good job at making sure that this did not drop on HBO Max
Yeah.
because
Right
this
now,
made
HBO is a little on. I'd say it's a little underwhelming, even though there's still a good amount of people supporting it. But
yeah.
I mean, also people like a good scary movie, and there hasn't been quote unquote a scary movie because it's technically like yeah, it has some scary shit in it, but it's not like
Yeah,
horror, like
never
that
really been
good
straight up horror.
Japanese horror movie type deal, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but we haven't received anything in American lines for a while. I think. What's the last scary movie that came out? That's like genuinely horror, even
Mm.
though this has a comic element.
I look, man. Let's go. I know that they'll be like, well, basically, Knock at the Cabin, but like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't Knock at the Cabin was a thriller, and even then, it was. But before that, like, honestly, I think you just have to go back to last year, bro. Like stuff they released last year. So, because
Yeah,
January, yeah,
nah, nothing. Scream doesn't really classify. It's more of a thriller, which is
yeah,
not the same as a horror. And I learned that like the hard way of like studying this shit. I always thought thrillers were the same as horror movies. Not really. Um,
yeah. I'm looking here. Really, the Pope's Exorcist. Would you guys? Who was actually scared of the Pope's Exorcism?
yeah. Also, I just remembered that one with the blonde chick. Que era a nun. That was a
Oh,
nun. I forgot. I went to go see it. It was something Exorcist too.
ah, what's it called? I know what you're talking about. The one about the first exorcism, right?
I don't know if it was the first exorcism, but it was the Smile too. I guess yeah, you're right.
But like
Uh
this year, there really hasn't been
no,
a.
this year has it's been a
Yeah,
while. It's been a while. I'd say it's at least 6 months since the last scary movie because even Smile was like in November.
yeah. Nah, nothing, bro. Like nothing really that I could say like, oh, was straight up like horror.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they pretty much. Yeah, look, I'm looking at it here. Nothing, bro.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's been a while, so I know people were like kind of
Oh,
antsy.
well, nah, hell
What?
nah. I don't. I guess the only one that kind of gets close to is Megan, but that was more
Oh,
like
also Terrifier 2 in January, but that's like those are just comedies. It's not really horror because Megan was written by Blumhouse.
Yeah.
I don't see those as horror movie production.
Yeah. Skin of Merrick also, yeah, in January. That was more like analog horror, so that's like just creepy. Like
Oh,
because
the boring one where it's like just staring at shit. I saw a Matt Pat video, a film theory about it of it being released, and yeah, I
it
saw
made a
it.
lot of money.
It did because a
It
lot
made a
of people
lot of
weirdly
money.
enjoy that type of fucking stupid shit.
Creepy pasta shit, yeah.
Creepy pasta stuff. I think just being growing up in like the early 2012s era of like creepy pasta things blowing up. That's probably why. But yeah, I mean we're scraping like the bottom of the barrel type shit.
Yeah, basically this is the first like I want to say like actual like
Scary
horror
movie
release
title with a big
that
name title.
yeah,
Yeah.
that honestly, like I can't sit here and say that Evil Dead Rise was like the scariest thing I've ever watched. Some jump scares did get me. I will say
Yeah,
one of
none
them
of
got
them
me.
got me. You
Yeah,
little bitch.
fuck you. But I quite enjoyed it. I think that they
Mhm.
did a good job at like trying to set up like this new start
Universe.
to
Yeah.
the universe,
Hmm.
and I really like the way that they just like had to concentrate on like a mom, and
That's
because
true.
it's like oh like every other one's like oh bunch of these kids go to the lake and like they play with this book and it summons and like they have to deal with all that.
Horny, aged up
Yeah,
teenager type trope. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Because
but
usually it's the kid that's the ones that get possessed. This
mm-hmm,
one was actually the mom. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was the mom, and it makes for like a really what's it called interesting turn of events because like oh then you have like the what's it called the whole building has to like
hmm,
get through them too because she starts to like kill the other ones and the other ones get involved in it too and it makes for
hmm,
like a really interesting bloody story of like you know about this mom and
yeah,
her sister who's also like going to be a mom but like doesn't understand how to like to raise a child and throughout
hmm,
this whole night of events she basically learns that like yeah I'm going to make sure that I just protect my child
yeah.
because
That's the
that's
main
what I
thing,
did
just
to my
protecting.
kid.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely like some of the storylines are like, okay, I can see where you're going with this on the family on the B plot.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean it was all right.
yeah,
It was definitely a decent watch. The scares, I know that you reminded me, they definitely got the person that was on our right because they were
oh yeah,
jumping at the corner of my
yeah,
eye.
yeah,
They tried to hold in a scream once, and but
yeah,
it was like still quiet enough. There was like I heard mumbling and shit. I
yeah.
was like, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, and also like the decision to like set this basically in just one location of like this building made for actually for it to be scarier because it's like you
Yeah.
don't get out of this area. Like the only place you go out of these rooms is to like the parking garage, and that
Yeah.
honestly to me that's where it gets kind of like
Every
even
indie
crazy.
filmmaker's dream of making a good one set film.
Yeah, because you won't
Uh,
have to what's it called waste money on the
Waste money on
on
other
the
stuff. You can
other.
put it on good actors and other
Yeah,
like set design or whatever.
yeah.
Uh,
It
um,
does rely a little bit on like showing off like all these callbacks to the other films, like
of
what's it
course.
called with the chainsaw and stuff. But I gotta say, what's it called? I liked our protagonist here, and the she was a pretty good final girl here.
Yeah.
Well, final girls because the little girl was also last one,
Also, last one.
but she did a good job. At first, I was like not really feeling her, but then once like the mom gets out of the situation, and she's just the one who's like progressing the story with the little girl,
Hmm.
I think
Hmm.
I really started to like grow to the actress.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the imagery here. I like the what's it called cinematography. They did a really good job with the lighting. I
Yeah,
thought that
I'll give him respect for that. It was good
fuck yeah,
lighting, very for having little to no lighting as a night scene and shit,
yeah,
and relying a lot on like lamps. You can get away with how detailed the lighting can be because you don't need like this is out in the open field where there's sun. We can't really change a lot, you know.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, they definitely did well with how they played with just set design and shot wise. Um, the actors, I mean, a lot of them were new, like they're
yeah.
not recognizable, which is fine. But yeah, I think the little girl and the sister and the mom were the main ones where I was like, okay, they did a good
I
job.
yeah, pretty good.
Uh, compared to the other ones, I was like, oh, I like these
I
guys
was like,
more.
like, "Hey, you're kind of doing this too much. Like, you're kind of,
Yeah.
but it works. like the gore was pretty fucking
Gore.
cool.
I mean,
Fucking
yeah, it makes sense for a Sam Raimi movie. He loves his
yeah,
gore.
yeah. He loves his pools of blood and
Yeah.
the ending where she's like just completely bathed in it and she has to what's it called like she gets the chainsaw like yeah like it's
Yeah.
Sam Raimi's
To
master.
me it dance the line of like torture or gore corn. Um but I was like, I guess it's his style, so he can technically get a pass
Yeah,
because it's already a baseline. But it's definitely for people that enjoy seeing all that blood and
like
guts.
Saw and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
like Saw and stuff, which I enjoy. Saw the Saw franchise is pretty like twist and
Yeah.
turn. But yeah, they definitely have a lot of like you gotta be able to handle gory stuff because we
Hmm.
get a lot of it in here.
Yeah. And yeah, I just I don't know. I really don't know what else to go around here, but I'd say that I really I like the movie. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's
Yeah, I'm
uh
neutral about it.
it's honestly my least favorite from the Evil Dead films I've watched, but
Hmm.
what's it called? It's good. And I think that them what's it called continuing like obviously the spirits are still there. They weren't what's it called
Eradicate it, yeah, because of the
eradicated.
last girl and whatnot.
Yeah. So obviously they have room to work with, and this movie has made a lot of money. So chances are we are going to get a second film to this. So
Hell, maybe they might make the sister, be the new Ash or
yeah,
something. Because the way they made the scene at the end is like the chainsaw taking it and taking
yeah,
the daughter and the embryo. I'm
I
like,
would be
okay,
down to see that because I think she did a good job, and I think she can improve more. So
yeah.
yeah,
There's a
and
yeah. What the
I
hell?
the other that little girl, we'll see what she grows into like with her role. But I think relying on this one and making her the new like Ash would be
Hmm.
pretty
That
damn
would
good.
be a good idea because Bruce Campbell. No
Yeah,
offense to the guy, but he's on the shit.
he ain't coming back for this. Like,
He ain't coming back for this.
you'll produce it for sure. You'll produce it.
Yeah,
You know,
he got
but
the
like,
money and the fame now.
yeah, he
People
ain't
love
gonna
him.
come back for this. But
Yeah.
keep sharing your knowledge and seeing where the story can go. And fuck yeah, you that's what you can do. But yeah, I liked Evil Dead Rise. Nothing amazing here, but the only thing I'd say is like I did feel like the movie was like, for a movie that's an hour and 37 minutes, I thought the first half was a little slowish, and I was like, okay, like I get it. The mom is trying to kill her kids.
Hmm.
Can we see where can we go from here? And then once you get into like that second half, shit starts to pick the fuck up, and you're just like, okay, now we're going. And other than that, just it wasn't like the best movie. What's it called
Yeah.
that I've seen, but it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, it was just for us to go watch in the weekend because we had open slot, and we
Open
were
slot.
like, "Yeah, let's just take care of the monthly fee that we pay for AMC A list." So I was like, "We got to at least see two movies
Yeah.
to
I,
pay, make up for it." But yeah.
I'll say though, I really wish I would have watched this in Dolby because the sound design was actually pretty damn
Oh
good.
yeah, the sound design was good, especially during the speaker and like the incantations and some of the speaking
Hmm.
with the demons and stuff.
Yeah.
Sadly, we watched it like a week or two after it was released, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It just
we
came
had
out.
other shit that we had to move.
Yeah.
And then because what was Mario was the big
Mario. We watched
thing
Mario and
that they kept in Dolby and IMAX for a bit.
yeah, and I honestly like while I was watching, I was like, damn, bro, like I'm looking at like the way that the blood registers on the camera. I'm like, dude, like all of this shit would have just looked great on
Great in contrast,
Dolby.
which surprisingly we got a great looking screen for a digital screening. But to be fair, we did go to the nicer
Yeah,
area theater compared to all the ones that we've been and I know about. Because even First
mhm.
Colony, uh,
It depends which one you get.
it depends which one you get, and the people working there are all teenagers, so I know
Yeah,
damn well they're not gonna go ahead and
care
get
about
that
doing
fixed.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, um,
Sometimes we get the good ones though, and I think we
yeah,
finally found out which ones are the ones that like are the good ones. Usually
yeah.
the
We
ones
need to I
on
need to write them down just in
yeah.
case. It's like once we get our tickets and see that it's that theater, I'm like, oh, you
Okay,
know
yeah.
what? Let's reschedule.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's move it around.
16 has a blue tint.
Yeah, fucking 21 had like a streak going down that was like invisible enough to where it would be annoying after a while because that's all we would notice, or at least if you have like a bit of the ADD or ADHD or tism where you focus on that, for the
Yeah.
rest of the thing.
The only thing that annoyed me at ours was just the fact that it was just projected up a little more, so like it looked was the wrong aspect ratio, and I'm like,
I don't think it was. I think that the aspect ratio was correct, but because the aspect was smaller than the actual screen size, because they got to
so
give, because Dolby and IMAX, you adjust
so
the
they
screen,
just
right?
had to so they just had to what's it called pick up the thing a little more. Is that what you're
Maybe,
saying?
or the
Like
projector
the
itself
screen?
did it by itself. Yeah.
Yeah,
So because those are automated, you don't really need to move them. I think the film just like right there,
yeah.
and
Because
it
I know
just
when I
maximizes the space.
like when I watched The Lighthouse, they picked up the projector screen and they're like, okay, we had to put it at a certain height because the movie is in 4:3, so it's not going to be completely.
It's a bit taller or some
Yeah.
shit.
So like you need to give it enough room where like the bottom part of the screen is actually like there so that we can
Got
sit.
you.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
guess that they just forgot to like, hey, we need to pick it up a
could
little bit
be.
more
Yeah,
because
but it was entirely the it was in the entire screen space. It was there.
it was there. It was just the
Yeah,
bottom part that was a little uneven with the top part,
with the top part, but in
but
terms of like quote unquote bars or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal though. No, no, that wasn't.
yeah, not a big deal. It was still good. But what's your final verdict, Luis?
I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I'm neutral.
You sure? Yeah, I'm sitting like a 6.5, man. Like it's
Yeah,
good. Yeah, nothing
just because I
too.
have yeah, I'm like 5 because I have no like pre notion to Sam Raimi. Like
Yeah,
a lot of the people that I enjoy are. I'm realizing a lot of Latinos creative in like films and shit. Because you know how Rachel enjoys a lot of certain actors and whatnot. Like we went to
yeah,
see Bo.
yeah.
Um, I don't know who that white lady was, but if I asked them about like Eugenio Derbez or like la ¿cómo se llamaba la way? I forgot she was in some telenovelas. Well, like Rachel's not gonna know who they are, right? And that's
Yeah.
just a cultural difference. But to me, the movie is like neutral. It's like I have no particular taste to past movies. I haven't seen them or had interest in seeing them, so it's like, eh.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how they progress with this story though, and how they're gonna what's it called build
Yeah,
the
I'll go see
universe
it
here,
again, like
because
the other
yeah,
movies.
I doubt it'll get as wild as Army of Darkness does, where they go to the Middle Age and shit. But what's it called? I'm sure that they'll get something interesting out of this.
Hmm.
As they could tell that they made a fuck ton of money of it, so they're definitely gonna be able to what's it called get more movies out. So it's
Yeah,
only a matter of time. But yeah, 6.5 is what I'm sitting at. I thought it was good. Um, what's it called doesn't really touch the best movies so far this year that I've seen, but
yeah, and there's more
yeah.
to come. This is like
So
barely reaching half point of the
yep.
year.
Hey, for right now, technically, best horror film of the year is still Scream Six. So
That's oh,
uh,
that's true. Yeah, yeah, Scream Six.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Oh
still
fuck
Scream
yeah, I need
Six.
to rewatch them. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch the series. I forgot there was a series, Scream Queens or whatever. I'm like,
Wait, there is
yeah, there's an MTV series. I don't know if it's like canon or whatever, but there is a series where they have
what
¿cómo se llama?
MTV?
She was in the fourth Scream movie, the Jill, la que
Uh,
era prima. Um, I forgot her name. She's very
oh,
attractive.
dude, this is real. What the fuck?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think it is canon because it has Julia Roberts. No, Emma
Uh,
Roberts. Emma Roberts. It has
this
Emma.
wait, this lasted 2 years, bro.
Yeah, it was like 2 seasons or some shit.
So 10 unknown actresses compete for a role in a horror movie from Lionsgate Films. What the hell?
Hmm. It's like portrayed as like a.
Oh,
It's an actual
James
show, but like, yeah.
James Gunn is in this, bro.
Is he? Oh
He's one of
shit.
the judges.
I might need to watch it because Emma Roberts, who was a killer, I know she died in the fourth one. She appears. I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking at here, it doesn't really show, but
Oh, okay.
I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
don't know.
I'll check it out and let you know. Because MTV, that's definitely like for specific audience.
Yeah.
Um,
Right now, Luis is too busy with Modern Family, but yeah.
yeah, I've been binging it slowly.
Yeah. But that concludes our review of Evil Dead Rise. And of course, we want to thank you all so much for joining us here. Check us out on the nerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore underscore, soon to be the nerdcore, because Elon said he's purging old accounts with no activity for after a certain
Oh my
year.
god, this fly is gonna be the end of me.
I
God
thought you
damn it.
were telling your siblings to get out because they were coming
No,
in
no,
here.
no, no. It's a fly in here, but they are fighting. I was gonna ask if you could hear that. I'm about to
No.
fucking I can't say it on here,
Yeah.
but
Instagram at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/slash the Nerdcore, and of course Discord is in our link in our descriptions, so that way you guys can talk about the Evil Dead films with us. But of course, we want to thank our producer who makes this happen, along with our other Patreon supporters, Shane, XSRK on Twitch, Thrifted on Twitter, and Prison City Shit on Instagram, PrisonCityVintage.com for all your vintage clothes needs. And yeah, guys, for now, this is goodbye because we don't have anything else until
Nope.
um, we
Probably
continue on
next
with our
week.
reviews. Yeah, we'll see what's up. Maybe Knights of the Zodiac. Maybe
Yeah.
see what else comes up. I'll tell you this: I'm not watching Fast 10 because I dropped
Nah, I
off
thought it
after
was this
5.
week. Oh,
I
you're
dropped off
behind.
after 5. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna watch the other ones. Hell no, no,
I mean, just for the hell of it. If you get bored, just
no,
like, fuck it. I can fill
no.
you in probably better than how Weddle filled in his friend for John Wick 4 after not seeing it.
I am fully content with
With ending
Fast
it with
5
5.
being the last one.
I
Okay?
am fully content with 7 being the last one because that's when
Actually, you
Paul
know what?
Walker
Yeah, you know what? I'm fully content with that clip of Paul Walker from
just
Fast
driving
7
off. Yeah, that's
being the
that's
last
my
time.
end.
Yeah.
Anything after that is just a money grab from
Non-canon.
Universal. It's non-canon. This is an alternate universe.
Yeah, it's non-canon like all of this other stuff. Yeah. I'm fully okay with that one clip I saw from Fast 7 even though
Mhm.
I never watched the movie being the
You just
last
need that
time.
one clip, honestly, for that
Yeah.
movie. Fucking.
Yeah. But
But yeah, that's it. That's it.
yeah, we'll catch you guys later. We want to thank you all so much for joining us, but we'll catch you in the next review. See you later, guys.
Later. No, still
Sorry,
here.
guys. See you. Now I can say bye.